new information about the brutal killer known as Jihadi John. We're finally getting a look behind the mask. Benjamin Hall has a story from our London newsroom. Benjamin?
Jenna, well, Jihadi John was very much the poster boy for ISIS brutality. They still use his name. They hold him up as some kind of a sick hero and use him for propaganda purposes. We first knew him as the murderer behind the mask, the man who stood behind and brutally killed Western hostages in sickening videos. But today, an ISIS magazine released pictures of him without his mask. It's a far cry from the middle-class life he lived when growing up in London. He was eventually killed in a drone strike in the ISIS capital of Raqqa back in November, but not before shocking the world by killing aid workers and journalists. The photos show him standing alongside US-made armoured vehicles that ISIS took from the Iraqi army. He eventually became one of the main recruiters for Western fighters. And as we saw in Paris, it is Western fighters from those countries who pose the greatest threats now, those who can blend in. So releasing these pictures today can be seen as a rallying cry for others to follow in his path. We've recently learnt also that ISIS has a whole industry to make fake passports, and the fear is now that members are flowing back to Europe, hidden among refugees. In fact, Europol, the European Security Agency, issued a warning this week saying that ISIS was shifting towards a more global strategy.
So-called Islamic State has a willingness and a capability to carry out further attacks in Europe. And of course, all of the national authorities across Europe are working to prevent that from happening.
So Jihadi John may now be dead, but ISIS continues to slaughter, and they're certainly still trying to recruit people who can fear and attack in the heart of Europe. Jenna.
Benjamin, thank you.